Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to start another data structures in Python, which is sets. Till now we have seen list, strings and tuples. Now let us go to a new set of data sequences, which is sets in Python. So let's start our video. Now, Python's inbuilt set type has a following characteristics, right? And now, according to these characteristics, we are going to understand that what are actually sets in Python. So first of all, sets are unordered. Now the meaning of unordered is we have seen list, strings and tuple till now, and we know that all of them can be accessed through indices, right? That is the inside elements in a list. You can access them with the help of indices, right? That is the index value starting from 0 to length minus 1. But sets are unordered. Next, sets elements are unique, right? You cannot have repetitive values in set, right? So we have seen count function in the list, that is going to calculate the frequency of the the items, right? But sets have unique item. So the first characteristics is that it is unordered, and the second characteristics is it is unique. That is, there is no repetition of elements, right? Duplicate elements are not allowed. Now the third characteristics is a set itself may be modified, but the elements contained in the set must be of an immutable type, right? So you can modify the sets, but you cannot change the values that are actually belonging to a set. Now this is something which we are going to see programmatically, because theoretically it is somewhat difficult to understand. Now, one thing which is really important to see is that sets in Python resembles a lot of sets and set theory things that we have studied in mathematics, right? So we have seen set A and set B, we have seen the union operation, we have seen the intersection operation, we have seen the set difference operations. Each and every operations that we have seen in mathematics are equally applicable in sets in Python. So if till now you do not understood that what is a set, then yes, through mathematical topic of set theory, you can now clearly have an idea that all those operations that were performed on a set are completely possible in Python, right? So this is something like mathematics. Now the first thing to be understood over here is how we can define a set, right? So it is difficult to understand something before seeing it practically, right? So the first thing that we are going to see is how we can create a set in Python. So in Python, sets are data value enclosed in curly brackets, right? So if you have a set like this, so this will be an empty set. Wait, we are going to see what it is, right? So if we print the value of set 1, we need to check that what it is, right? Now, coming to set 2 is values enclosed in curly brackets, right? So these values are actually belonging to set 2, right? And if we print, we will be getting these two values printed on screen. But yes, we need to pay attention on set 1 that what is this particular empty curly brackets is denoting in Python, right? Next slide will be, if we know the number of elements, right, and we know what elements are to be put into the sets, we can define the set simply as we have seen in the previous slides. So S is a set of 4 elements, right? And here I have a list which is having some duplicate elements, and here I am using the set constructor. So this is your set constructor. We have seen tuple constructor, we have seen list constructor, and this is same as both of them as the set constructor. And if I pass list into it, and the new list will be nothing but a set this time. And again, notice the output. This should have removed all the the duplicate elements from the list, this set constructor, right? Because it will be following the property of sets. Next thing is that yes, we can define a set even with the help of range functions in set constructor, right? So here I have taken a range, say 5. So this S3 will contain element from 0 to 4, right? Because the last value is not considered. So this will be having elements 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4, right? So much of theory till now. Let us move to the Python screen and see how we can define sets in Python. Right, so here I am on the Python screen and here I will be coding certain sets. So this is the first and the trivial sets, right? We know that set is enclosed in curly brackets. Remember, list is enclosed in square brackets. Tuples is enclosed in parenthesis, that is round brackets, right? Let me just define another set, that is set 2, and let it have values as 10, 20, 30 and 40. Very fine it is. And now let me just print set 1 and let me just print another value which is set 2. Now running this particular code, you can see on your screen an empty bracket and the values that we have put in the sets, right? The 4 values. Now the first thing to be noticed over here is, that is the point number 1, set is unordered. You can see that the first element that we entered is 10, but the first element that is printed is 40. That means it is unordered. So there is no concept of indices, right? So there is no concept of index. And if there is no concept of index, then there is no concept of slicing in your sets, right? So both the indexing and slicing is not possible in your sets, right? So set is unordered, that we have seen. But talking about this first output, right? So in this slide, we have actually noticed that we have to pay attention on what this particular empty brackets over here signifies. Yes, sets are enclosed in curly brackets, but if I print the type of set 1, right? If I print the type of set 1 and if I also print the type of set 2, here you can notice that there is a significant difference in both the values. The class is dictionary in case of set 1, whereas the class is set in case of set 2. So remember, this is a dictionary. So in Python, dictionaries are also represented in curly brackets, but the difference is that a dictionary is a key value pair. So if I put curly brackets empty, that by default is interpreted as an empty dictionary, not as an empty set. So now the question arises that how we can actually define an empty set. So in order to define an empty set, we are going to use the value of a set constructor. And if now I am going to print the value of set underscore 3, and if here now I will be printing the type of set underscore 3, then it should be a set and nothing else. So let me just run this code and keep all the above code in comments so that only the required output is on the terminal. So let me just clear it and run. So now you can see that now this is an empty set, because on printing I got an empty set with no values, and the type of this empty set is also set this time. So remember, empty curly brackets are nothing but dictionary, and this is a set. So that is why on the slides I've told that pay attention on empty brackets. Now one more test, that is sets do not have duplicates element, right? So talking about duplicate values, how sets treats duplicate values. So the example that I have taken was a list. Let's say 10, again 10, 20, again 20, 30, again 30, 40 and again 40, right? And what I'm going to do is I will be taking a variable, this time say new set is equal to the set constructor, and here I will be passing my list, and now I will be printing my new set, right? And on printing this on the screen, the difference that you're going to notice is that there is no duplicate elements left, right? So let me just comment this also and run the code again. And with this also, let me just put the data. The set is like this, comma, and after this I will be printing the list is, and after that comma lst, right? On clearing the screen, you can get the output as this. So you can clearly see that the list is in square brackets and the duplicate values are actually intact, and in set you can see it is unordered and no duplicate values are retained. So sets do not have duplicate values. The next thing is using range functions in the sets, right? So yes, we can use range functions also in set. So let me just define again a set value 1 and range. Let the range value be, this time let us take it completely 0 till 11, and the step value is of 2, right? So complete range function I have taken over here, and this range should be passed inside the set constructor, right? And now if I will be printing the value of set underscore 1, let's see what we have, and let me just comment the above code, right? Running the code, the answer should be yes. So I've got all the even values because we have values from 0 to 10, right? And this time the values will be printed by skipping two values. So I got all the even values printed in my set. So that was a small video in which we have seen the introduction of set, what it is, how it is, what are the characteristics of sets and how it is declared in Python. In the next video, we are going to see some of the inbuilt functions that are available in set, and even the mathematical functions such as union, intersection and other things, right? So for watching more videos on sets in Python, stay tuned to my channel. Thank you.